If scientists invented a teleportation system but the death rate was 1 in 5 million, would you use it? Why or why not? 1 in 5 million? Yes, I absolutely would. Those odds aren't that bad. Depends, what is the death like? If it's like Stephen King's The Jaunt, then hell no. Using it 5 million times sounds tedious. I think I'll stick with toaster and bathtub. Sure. I live in London. I'm sure the death rate for just stepping outside of my house is worse than this. Yeah, without question. With odds like that, it's probably the safest mode of transportation you could find. Just Googled, what has a 1 in 5 million chance of happening? And #X200B. The answer: death by hot tap water. Haven't heard too many of those cases, so I would take my chances here. Yes, those are better odds than most transportation, I think. But I would be doubtful of teleportation anyway. Who says the person going in is the same as the one getting out? Still a better survival rate than all the other means of transportation. If I only used it to commute to, from work over a 30-year career, I'd have a cumulative 0.3% chance of it killing me. And #X200B. Assuming I can't do anything to improve my personal odds, like standing very still or swatting any flies in my immediate vicinity right before transport. And #X200B. I still don't know. And #X200B. Let's try another perspective. There are 155 employed Americans today. So if ever American only uses the teleportation to commute to work, then 70 people per day will die just commuting. NTSB says about 100 per day die in traffic accidents. All driving, not just commuting. So the numbers are reasonably close. And #X200B. Now consider second-order effects like, if everyone else used the teleportation, my commute would just be me and interstate shipping transportation. My individual chances of having a traffic accident go way down with fewer commuters on the highways. So the option A or B of driving or teleportation, math starts to change in favor of driving. Assuming only organic matter and personal belongings. Because modesty. Can teleporting, not large crates of oranges and Barbie dolls. And #X200B. Also figure that with a drastically reduced number of variables on the road would make self-driving vehicles an even better, safer proposition. And my commute becomes an hour-long peace and quiet time to read or Netflix. And #X200B. I'm convincing myself to the no column here. So I'll just assume I keep finding reasons against the teleporter and decide against using the magic death trap. That's better odds than flying in an airplane at 1 in 3 million. There are 12.5 deaths per billion vehicle miles due to motor vehicles in the US. What we want to know is the average distance you have to cover when you get in the car before you achieve a 1 in 5 million chance of dying. The odds of dying while driving isn't linear. For example, if you drive 80 million miles, that would look like you have a 100% chance of dying, and at 160 million miles you have a 200% chance of dying. That is obviously wrong. What we want is a probability distribution that gives you a cumulative probability of dying of 0% at 0 miles and 100% as you approach infinity miles. What we need is a Poisson or exponential distribution. Exponential distributions work over continuous scales instead of discrete scales. This distribution follows the format *PM x equals 1e caret x *k, where *PM is the probability of dying per commute, *x is the distance traveled per commute, and k is the probability of dying every mile. 12.5 deaths, 100 million miles. So, after 50 miles, your probability of dying is *PM 50 equals 1 e caret minus 50 *12.51 billion equals 0.000000625 or a 1 in 1,600,000 chance of dying. The probability of dying from the teleporter is a constant *PT x equals 1 death 5 million commutes. As you can see, it is independent from the distance driven. What we need to know is where the two probabilities are equal. *PM x equals PT x *1 e caret x *k equals PT x *1 PT x equals e caret x *k lane 1 PT x equals x *k lane 1 PT x k equals x x equals 16.000016 miles. You need to drive just over 16 miles before the teleporter becomes safer. Interestingly enough, the answer I got when I interpreted this as a linear distribution was 16 deaths per mile. So for small improbable values, you can interpret the distribution linearly. Edit. There's something wrong with my method. It assumes the probability of dying is linear. That means if you drive 80 million miles you will die. Stand by, I'm going to fix this. Second, 1 in 5 mil is no problem. The thing they'd have to prove to me is that the me coming out is the me going in, not a copy. And that stream of consciousness continues. Edit. I know a copy would believe it was the original. But let me put it differently. Imagine I make an exact, down to the last quantum state, memory, everything, copy of you with the same process of teleportation. But the original is completely preserved. Now there are two of you. You and your copy. Now you are told, there can be only one. One of you gets a bullet in the brain. Ask yourself, is it irrelevant to you which of you dies? Would you go, just throw a coin, I don't care? The difference is, with teleportation, you, no, it's you, the original, getting that bullet, and #X200B. Second, edit. The proof by philosopher. Get a bunch of philosophers, make a perfect, totally perfect copy of each of them. Then, for each pair, do the following. Randomly give either the original or a copy a gun with a single bullet and a coin. Then tell them, you can shoot yourself. You can shoot your copy. In both cases it will be totally painless. You can also use this coin to decide if you wish. If you decide not to do it, both will die, painlessly as well. And #X200B. Then see how many of them rolled the coin, and how many of them shoot either themselves or the copy. And #X200B. What do you think will happen? What would you do? Note, I'm betting the guy with the gun shoots the other, whether he is a copy or the original. And #X200B. Third, edit. If a clone was made, and the original had, for example, death by SNU, that'd make it something to consider. Just saying. Yes, because I would be able to visit my soul more often. Considering I get everywhere I wanna be and could possibly die trying to get away from Disneyland. Why not? Much safer than cars. Of course I'd use it. I'm not stupid. No. But not just because of the rate of death. When I was an adolescent I read a book that discussed interesting philosophical questions aimed at younger readers, and one of them was whether or not a teleporter would just kill and disassemble you, and reassemble an identical you who thinks they're you at the end point. I don't care if that other me would be very happy about teleporting. I also don't care if the me that comes out the other end is one of the 1 in 5 million that reappears as a corpse. As far as I'm concerned, I'm probably dead as soon as I get beamed up. Important, is the death instant like a telefrag, or horrific and prolonged like Event Horizon? 1/5 million? Man, you can't even die using it, so why bother? No. Having to wait 5 million tries seems like a waste of time. I wouldn't use it no matter what. The idea of breaking down the matter that makes you up and reassembling it in another place sounds like it just kills you and creates a perfect clone in another place. That's existentially terrifying to me, so no thanks. I'll take the long way. Scientists develop a new form of transportation that is literally better than cars in every single way and safer. Do you use it? Fucking kidding me up in here? Teleportation death rates are 100%. Would definitely use it still. It's not a big chances anyway. I'm taking higher risks than that every day anyways. All I can think of is Warhammer 40k, where the odds of death are probably something like 1 in 5 or 1 in 10 in that fictional universe when it comes to teleportation. So 1 in 5 million. I would take those odds. But how do you die? Head teleports to Comic-Con but body sent to Wegmans. Incinerated in seconds. Sent to real, yeah? Win-win either way. It would really depend how it worked. My personal belief is that Star Trek-style teleporters actually kill you and then generate perfectly indistinguishable copy. Your conscious existence is terminated and then a perfect copy begins a new life somewhere else, believing that it's you. This is Reddit. If the worst case scenario is death, then most people will be down to try anything. I'd use it to teleport to work and avoid traffic. It's killing me anyway. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe for more content.